Hey, so you've just been hearing from Dave about how companies like Pivotal Labs use pair programming to just get more stuff done, and how they use it in the Berkeley class as well to improve the learning. So that's all very well and good, you know, if you're in the same company or if you're in the same class. How can pair programming work in the MOOC? Well, we've got this Pair Programming on Air tab, which we'll just go over to here, and this has got full instructions for going and starting, kind of creating an event in the Agile Ventures community for doing pairing online with friends for fun. So basically the thing you want to do, we've got a little walkthrough there. Go to the Agile Ventures events page, create a new event, fill in the details as appropriate, that you want to pair on the particular homework, where you're up to, what you're hoping to start on, set the time and so on. I've got one that I prepared just a little bit earlier here. I can just click the edit button here. Yeah, so I've got my thing set out there, a little description and so on. And basically this is my offer to the community that I'm interested in doing some pair programming at a particular time. I'd often say, if you can sort of, you can get good stuff done in half an hour or an hour. I often feel it sort of takes, particularly with the longer homeworks later on, a couple of hours to really get stuff done. If it's a regular time that you're available on, you can have it repeat. Note that all the times are in Universal Standard Time there. But so once you've created your event, and you can go and look in the events page, the upcoming events there. So that's the new event button. That's linked to from this page to create your offer of saying I'm available at this time. And we can see here that this event that I've created is now appearing here. It's the next one up. What we'll also see in here is we have various sort of stand-ups or scrums. These are coordination events for projects in Agile Ventures, which you're all welcome to join. That's for coordinating work on projects. But there'll be with all of you around the world adding the pairing events here. This will be full of lots of different people saying, oh, here's a time when I'm available to pair. Now what happens is once it becomes the time, then you can click through on your event, and then you'll have this. See here, there's a sort of a start a Hangout on Air button, and so. Now, the nice thing about this is that little description here, actually, although you can start the event, in principle, if you don't show up, and there was 3 other people who wanted to pair, anybody can press this button. So if you definitely want to be the person pressing the button, get in there first. But this was to address a problem we had when we used to use the G+ communities for this, is that one person would create an event and like 5 people would say, yeah, let's do some, they get 6 people together, we'll do lots of pairing, and then that first person who created it wouldn't show up and no one could start it, and so a lot of pairing opportunities were lost as a result of that. But so now through the Agile Ventures framework, this is now using the Google Hangouts. You see, oh, look, here we go, and then suddenly we have a little Google Hangout and 3 and a 2 and a 1, almost, yes, and we're in the Hangout here. Here we go. So we're in the Hangout. Now you don't have to use the video. I think some people obviously, bashful. Get in there first. Turn off your video if you don't want to show the video. Sharing the video not required whatsoever. You've got the key thing really far more useful in the video. You've got the voice. You can mute yourself if you want to. You've got a chat in here, which others will be able to see. This is nice little chat environment. Do be aware that this will disappear when you close the Hangout and you can't get access to it afterwards. So if you've got important stuff in there, do take a copy of it. But the key thing, what's really fantastic about the whole Hangout thing is the screen share functionality that it provides. So I can go over here, mouse over to the left. There's a little green button. I've actually got a number of screens. You may not have that many screens. You can share individual things. I tend to go for just like sharing the whole screen. But I've got another screen there, which I happen to have with my programming environment. So I've got here, and I'm just going to open the thing here. So now, and using C9 here, which is the solution that we recommend for the course, in principle, I can be programming here. I can give someone else the Collaborate tab there. See, I've got Armando has got read-write access to this environment. Someone else, there's also chat here as well, and so on. But so now we've got a whole environment there that we can share, and we can have a look at. Oh, there's some Ruby stuff in there. Let's have a look. We've got anything in there? Well, not much at all. I could do IRB here and say like puts hello, and so on. Do that again. There we go. So it's sort of I find the combination of the Hangout, which has the audio and screen share with Cloud9, to be a pretty good out of the box solution for doing pair programming with somebody. I mean, you can Yeah, pretty much get it done. There are, other solutions like Screen Hero, and we've got some other links to other different things. Feel free to use whatever you like. This is just the one I think is probably going to be, probably you're going to find easiest. We also have, in order for you to create your video, there's this Start Broadcast button. Now, it does really mean that I think your G Plus account has to be attached to YouTube and so on. If that doesn't work, feel free to just, record locally. And at the end of the day, if you can't get the recording to work, don't worry. Still have fun doing the pair programming together, and just write up a little note about how the experience was, and let us know about that. At the end of the day, from the research purposes, we would love to see how your pair programming is going. But the key thing really is for your learning, right? And a lot of studies showing how valuable pair programming is for helping you learn things. So we've got this free software from Cloud9 and from Google that allows you to interact with anyone anywhere else in the world. In principle, if you're really bashful, you don't have to have the camera. No webcam required. You could even be doing it just on Cloud9, just with the chat, and not even using audio if you don't want to share your voice. So entirely up to you. But if you do start the broadcast, you'll get a very, very conveniently this YouTube link here will end up being a recording of your session, which you can use to help us improve the whole experience going forward, and also understand better about how learning works in these kind of environments. So you can turn your screen share on and off there. You've got the chat, and that's the key things really. I think enjoy, play around. We've got a little assignment. I'll just get rid of this one. We've got a little assignment for you on, let's go back over here. Yeah, we've got some down here. Yes, it's all the description that I've just gone through is all available here. We've got some links to some other pair programming solutions. And if we go back over here, yeah, I think we've got coming up next. We've got to try submitting a test recording. Do that before you actually get into the homework. Homework going to be released in a few days. And that's about it really. Agile Ventures, I say, you'll be able to look and browse through here. And I guess one other final thing I'll mention is that we have another chat solution for Agile Ventures. And that's this Slack environment, which if you do sign up for Agile Ventures, you'll get access to this. And what we have set up is so that if you create your Hangout, as I just did a moment ago, through this this thing here, you'll see there's now live. There was that link that I was on previously that created that. What it did was it automatically posted that link into this environment, so we can see we get this pairing notifications channel. So if you want to be just able to see when people are pairing and drop in and sort of chat and see how it's going, then you can do so through the Agile Ventures chat. That's not required. You can operate entirely through the website if you want to sign up to Slack, which is a pretty nice instant message environment. I mean, what I particularly like actually is because the Google Hangout itself, because this chat doesn't persist, I'll often be using the Slack chat to communicate. I mean, that's more in the project realm. But anyway, so that's it from me there. Amanda's coming up in a moment to talk about Ruby, and we'll be getting into the programming part of the course. Best of luck with that, and best of luck with the pair programming, and do let us know how it goes. All right, bye for now.